I'm sitting out on the cliffs a couple miles from the house. Been thinking about why my passion for YouTube is waning, but more specifically Moto Giant, the Moto Giant channel, why I'm much more interested in doing the Hawaii thing and learning more about it. I've been really passionate about that for several weeks now, and it's starting to make me realize that that's really where I want to spend the majority of my time and energy. And not just that, I've lined up a bunch of interviews already. I've got some other interviews lined up. I've got a lot of people to talk to, and it just seems like it's less important to ride around on my motorcycle and film me riding around on my motorcycle. I'm really losing the passion for that. And I was talking to Dan a couple nights back, and we're starting to talk about doing some other things on Moto Giant. So I don't want to drop it completely. I think I just want to change the format a little bit, maybe a little bit more topical rather than my adventures on the island. I think all the adventures are going to switch over to Odd Hawaii, which if you didn't see my last video, you would not know that I've got a new channel called Odd Hawaii, and I'm starting to put a lot of stuff on there. And probably every video you see on this channel for a while is probably going to be pointing over there going, hey look, I got some stuff going on over there. So if you like what I've been doing on this channel on Moto Giant so far since I've been on the island, you're probably going to like Odd Hawaii. It's not going to have very much motorcycle on it. There's probably going to be a little bit, maybe just a reference, so the people that see Odd Hawaii might be interested in Moto Giant. So I'll be pointing back and forth for a little while, but the main thing I want to talk about is changing the format. I think I'm going to change up a little bit maybe and try a few different things just to kind of see how they feel. Talking to Dan the other night, we were talking about just having a short discussion about you know, some things in our lives that have changed because of riding motorcycles and how that's influenced our life, how our feelings about riding have changed. And one thing in particular, Zen and the art of motorcycle repair, I think that's the name of the book. I've probably read a few pages of it. I've never read the whole thing because I've heard mixed reviews, but Dan loves it, like a lot of people. Dan loves this book, and he says it's had a profound effect on his life, not just motorcycling, but outside of motorcycling. And he's an adventurer, so he's led a very different life from a very young age. He's done crazy stuff, and you know, professionally and for fun. So but maybe we'll talk more about what Dan's been up to. But I really want to start maybe with the Zen book. I need to read the whole thing, and then maybe we could talk about it. But kind of want to ask you guys, I think I've done this a couple times before, just kind of reach out and see what my audience is interested in. I've got close to 5,000 subscribers now, and I would say maybe 300 or 400 that are consistently watch my stuff, and maybe another 1,000, 1,500 that occasionally watch my stuff. And then I don't know where all these other people are, but I would like to keep the people that watch my channel consistently. I would like to keep them amused and keep them coming back. I just don't know. I don't know that it's going to be the same format as before. I wished I could be all riding across the country all the time, and you know, riding. I'd really love to be riding across South America and Asia right now. That would be something I would be passionate about, and really be interested in sharing that kind of adventure with you. But outside of that, I've kind of lost interest and motivation, and I'm thinking maybe just change up the format a little bit. I mean, I've kind of been changing the format as I've been going along. I mean, when I first started on YouTube back in 2007, 2008, it wasn't even this channel. This was 2 or 3 channels back. I think a couple of them still exist, but they were They were 3-minute videos with me riding along on a motorcycle. You know, had I started out, I think my first motorcycle video, I had a big tape camera mounted to the front of my bike on the fender. I can't remember where I put it. It was shockingly steady video. I'll see if I can find that video. It's just shocking how decent that thing was, considering this was like a 4-pound camera mounted on the front of my bike. It was, I'm pretty sure that was the first video that I shot on a motorcycle, and that was probably 2007, 2006, 2007, something, I don't know. But yeah, it's I've been changing the format since I've been riding, but you know, for 3, 4, 5 years, I think all I did was 3-minute videos, and I didn't even put them on YouTube. I put most of my stuff over on Vimeo, because at the time, the quality of the video, the stuff that I made, put on YouTube, you compare it to YouTube and Vimeo, it was, you know, it was beautiful on Vimeo, and YouTube just kind of sucked. It was kind of blocky, and it wasn't good quality video. And I like to put music on top of my videos. You know, I'm riding along, I'm not talking, I didn't talk on my videos. Every once in a while I pull out a camera and stick it in somebody's face, but I never did any of the blogging thing where I turned the camera on myself and went blah blah blah. I hated that stuff. I hated being on camera, and all that's changed. So you know, I've come a long way in, what is that, 13, 14 years? Anyway, I just kind of want to let everybody know, so as not to be disappointed when you see the videos. And if you are disappointed, maybe take a look at the Odd Hawaii and see what's going on there. But we're going to try some new things, I think, and just try to switch up the format a little bit, because I'm just bored and tired with this. And you know, I put a lot of effort into my videos, and the channel's not really growing. So you know, maybe it's time to start something completely different. And quite honestly, the stuff that I'm doing on this channel that has a lot to do with Hawaii, I want to go into more depth in the stories that I tell on this channel. That's why Odd Hawaii exists. I'm talking to other people. Other people are telling their stories, and I'm much more interested in that right now, and I kind of think I'm going to be spending a lot more time doing that than Moto Giant. Just, you know, just what, you know, it may just be a phase. It may only last me 5 or 6 weeks, and I want to come back and make motorcycle videos. I don't know. I just kind of want to let everybody know what's in my head, and what I'm thinking and what I'm doing more specifically. I think if you, some of the videos that are coming out that I'm working on right now, I'm trying to polish them up and get approval from the people that I interviewed, because I've been you know, promising people first edit, which means, you know, if there's something embarrassing, if something you said is embarrassing, I'll let them take that out in the first edit. That's actually been one of the problems with one of my videos, is I gave one of my subject first edit, and she wanted 5th edit. But I want to produce more interesting stuff, and I just don't feel like the motorcycle stuff is interesting. So I'm going to change the format and see if that makes me feel better about what I'm doing. Maybe you guys would be more interested in watching the other stuff, the new format, or Odd Hawaii. I don't know. But another reason I wanted to make this video is to see what y'all thought. What do you think that would make this channel more interesting for you and me? Something, maybe something that's missing. Maybe there's something. I mean, I like how-to stuff. It's just, I really want to do more how-to. I really want to do, and they get a much better response. The how-to stuff. But I don't like working on my bike, number one. I try to avoid it like the plague, number two. And it makes it much more complex when I'm working on the bike and trying to film at the same time. You know, I'd much prefer watching somebody else repair their bike and film that. That's much more simple for me, and I can focus on 2 things at once and it not be detrimental to my bike. Anyway, I like the how-to stuff. It's just such a pain in the butt to do. I don't enjoy doing them. I enjoy sharing them. I just don't like doing them. But you know, something along those lines. If there's something that I've done in the past that you like, if there's something that somebody else is doing that you'd like to see me do, I mean, anything other than what I'm doing right now, which is the same old thing. It just feels like I'm doing the same old thing 2 or 3 times a week. I'm going and riding somewhere and coming back and trying to make some kind of sense out of the nonsense that I filmed. Anyway, that's it. Let me know in the comments what you think. If you got some suggestions about where I can go and what I can do with Moto Giant, because I don't want to completely quit it, but I do want to make some changes, and I don't know what those changes are right now, except sitting down and talking with other people about motorcycles. That's really, I think that's kind of where I'm headed right now, is talking with other people, getting some other faces in my video besides me. That's really important. I mean, this is not the prettiest face. Leave a comment.